Welcome back again to Rinka's Kitchen. I have another family favorite recipe that I'd like to share with you, and it is called Hungarian cottage cheese spread, KÖRÖZÖTT. And what you will need for this recipe is 500 grams of 14% milk fat dried curd cottage cheese, 2 tablespoons of 0.4% milk fat sour cream, 2 to 3 cloves of garlic, 1 tablespoon of sweet paprika, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and today I'm using sea salt, a 1/4 teaspoon of finely chopped fresh parsley or dehydrated parsley flakes, and today I'm going to be using the dehydrated parsley flakes. So what I did was I finely chopped the 3 garlic cloves, and then I added the dried curd cottage cheese into a medium-sized mixing bowl. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to be adding all the other ingredients that I mentioned in the recipe. So here is the dried curd cottage cheese, and this is what the dried curd cottage cheese looks like. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to be adding all the ingredients. So I'm going to be, for moisture, I'm going to be adding the 14% sour cream. And I've got 2 tablespoons of the sour cream, but if you find that it's still a bit too dry, you can add another extra one. So in the actually in the ingredients, you're going to see that it's going to be 2 to 3 tablespoons of cottage cheese. So it looks like it's moist enough, but if you want it to be a little bit more moist, you can add another tablespoon of it if you want. It's your choice to do that. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure to stir this around. Make sure that the sour cream is mixed into the dried curd cottage cheese. Now this is a recipe that my mother would make in the summer months too. Like if she had the cottage cheese was close to expiry date, she would, whatever cottage cheese that was left over, she'd make KÖRÖZÖTT out of it, and then she'd serve it with our favorite crackers or on rye bread as sort of like an appetizer or a snack. So and then I'm going to put the sea salt. Today I'm using sea salt, and I'm going to be mixing that into the cottage cheese. And you don't want to be using a lot of salt because the cottage cheese already has salt, so you want to be careful with how much salt that you're using. Just a touch of it. And then I'm going to mix in the finely chopped garlic, and there's 3 cloves of garlic in there. So what's really unique about this and really tasty about this recipe is the garlic. So it could be used as a spread on crackers. You put it in your really nice serving dish, and you want to keep it refrigerated before you actually serve this to your guests. And then I'm going to add the sweet Hungarian paprika. And I've got 1 tablespoon. If you find that that's too much or too little, you can add more. So it's up to you. It just gives it a really nice color to it as you're serving it. It's a great appetizer, great bit of a snack, and it's nutritional, it's healthy. Okay, I've made it nice and sort of a red color to it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it into a serving dish, just to show you what it looks like in a serving dish. for presentation. And then I'm going to put my dehydrated parsley flakes on the top of it, because you can use fresh, finely chopped fresh parsley if you want, if that's how you want to do it. So, but I'm going to take some dehydrated parsley flakes, and just for color and for taste also, you can use that. And I kind of crush the flakes even finer with my fingers, you know, as I'm putting it onto the. And so that is called KÖRÖZÖTT, Hungarian cottage cheese spread. Now there's different types of cheese that you can use, but this is one of the recipes that my grandmother would use or my mother would use. And now I've got a plate of rye bread. I bought some rye bread at my local bakery. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, spread some, this will be a snack for my husband and I. So you just take a bit of your KÖRÖZÖTT and you put it on top of rye bread, or you can get your favorite crackers, like you can get some really nice crackers out there for appetizers. And then I'm just going to put a spoonful on there just to cover the so that's on rye bread. You put it on your favorite rye bread. Goes great with rye bread. Traditionally, that's what my grandmother would use, is rye bread. And there you have a great appetizer for your guests, for your family. So if you have any questions or comments regarding this recipe, please feel free to contact me at irene@irinkaskitchen.com or irinkaskitchen.com. I hope that you enjoy serving this to your family and friends. Until next time, bon appetit, jó étvágyat!